How good can Liam Delap be? Liam Delap didn't just survive at Ipswich last season, he thrived. He scored goals when they mattered.
He goes for goal! And he scores a goal! Clark, and pull back for Delap!
He terrorised defenders. He dragged a newly promoted side into Premier League relevance before the crash.
It's Delap. It's Delap!
Reeves ready to make his move. O'Shea also trying to get his head to the ball.
Is Liam Delap the Premier League's next superstar striker? Because in his first season in the top division, he's already scored 10 goals, which is the 12th most of anyone. But the thing to remember is he's only just turned 22 and is playing for Ipswich, who are battling relegation, and have only scored 23 goals all season, which means Delap has contributed 43% of their entire goal total, a higher percentage than Alexander Isak, Erling Haaland, or Mo Salah.
And now, he's landed at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea didn't blink when they dropped £30 million on him. Why? Because they see it too. The raw fire, the hunger, the potential to become England's next great number 9. He's already scored in blue and shown glimpses of his brilliance. But the question still lingers. How good can Liam Delap actually be? Can he become the answer to Chelsea's striker curse? Can he lead the line for England post-Kane? Or will he become another footnote in the club's chaotic rebuild? From his ruthless rise at Ipswich to his explosive start at Chelsea and his eerie chemistry with Cole Palmer, this is not just a story about goals, it's about destiny. Stick around because if you're a Chelsea fan, a Premier League rival, or just someone watching the next era unfold, this is one name you're going to remember. Liam Delap. Remember it.
Delap against Jorgensen, and Delap fires it in. Supporting. It's Delap into the box now, held up. Can he find Hutchinson? Hutchinson against his former side. Onto his left foot.
From the streets of Winchester to the city youth ranks, and now Stamford Bridge. Delap's rise wasn't overnight. This is a story of relentless ambition, record-breaking youth form, and battles in the Championship that set the stage for his Premier League breakout. After a decade at Derby County's academy, Delap joined Manchester City at 16 and soon shattered youth records, scoring 24 goals in 20 PL2 games, earning Player of the Season honours and spotlighting his raw potential. Despite stellar youth form, first-team chances were limited, just 170 minutes and 1 goal for City's senior side. Real growth came through a series of hard lessons in the Championship. Early loan spells at Stoke and Preston were rocky, 3 goals in 38 combined appearances, but coaches noted his different class, attitude and work ethic. Redemption followed at Hull City, 8 league goals in 31 games before injury struck with then-manager Liam Rosenior, lauding him as a special talent. Summer 2024 saw Ipswich Town sign Delap for £20 million. In his Premier League debut season, he smashed the Premier League striker mould, scoring 12 goals in 37 appearances, becoming the third highest scoring Englishman behind Palmer and Watkins. His December brace and assist against Chelsea in a 2-0 shock victory emphasised his impact.
Delap against Jorgensen, and Delap fires it in. Supporting. It's Delap into the box now, held up. Can he find Hutchinson? Hutchinson against his former side.
Described by Pep Guardiola as a typical British striker with an incredible finisher, and praised by BBC pundits for combining physicality with excellent technical touch, Delap cemented his reputation. By spring 2025, with Ipswich unfortunately relegated, his performances had elevated him from promising academy product into hot Premier League property, attracting Chelsea, Man United and Newcastle and sparking whispers of a future England number 9. On the 4th of June 2025, Chelsea triggered Delap's release clause from Ipswich, reportedly £30 million, securing him on a 6-year deal through 2031. Fans greeted the news with excitement, a young English striker with genuine Premier League pedigree and fresh momentum.
How many goals will Liam Delap score this season?
He's behind Jackson. He's a good addition, though. I mean, He does great while he's on the pitch. I would like 20 plus maybe.
Delap made his Blues bow off the bench in a 2-0 win over LAFC. Within minutes, he delivered a measured cross for Enzo Fernandez. His teammates and coach lauded his awareness, sharpness and immediate grasp of Chelsea's style. Talking post-game, he said, "It's a really happy feeling. I want to score some as well." While Maresca praised, "He knows our way of play. Process is quick." Delap celebrated his first goal for the club in a 3-0 win over Esperance Sportif de Tunis, slotting home with confidence. Delap later expressed how scoring boosted his confidence in a new environment, describing it as an incredible feeling and a meaningful step in settling in. While Delap's aggression is part of his game, he'll need to be mindful. He's set to miss the Club World Cup semi-final against Fluminense due to a booking. Meanwhile, fellow forwards João Pedro and Jamie Gittens arrived in the same transfer window, with squad registration in the Champions League uncertain due to Chelsea's FA settlement. Delap's inclusion may hinge on permanent moves out. Now that his spark at Chelsea is undeniable, it's time to dig deeper. What kind of striker really is Liam Delap? And can his playing style withstand the demands of top-level football? Liam Delap isn't just strong, he's a force, a walking contradiction. Built like a target man but moves like a winger and finishes like a poacher. You look at him and expect a battering ram, but give him the ball and you'll see something far more refined. He's a bully in the box and that's a compliment. He thrives in contact, using his frame and aggression to muscle defenders off balance. Yet for a striker of his size, he's surprisingly quick. Sharp bursts, smart angles, and yes, excellent feet according to fans who watched him tear it up on loan. But here's where it gets really exciting: the finishing. Delap doesn't just score, he outsmarts the numbers. He outperformed his expected goals last season and posted a 17.7% big chance conversion rate, nearly double that of Chelsea's Nicholas Jackson, who sat at just 13.2%. When he gets a real look at goal, he usually makes it count. His link-up play is also evolving. Delap isn't just a finisher, he's a carrier. He led the Premier League in shot-ending carries, with 26 instances of driving the ball into danger. He's two-footed, mobile and dangerous with his back to goal, especially when working alongside creative midfielders like Cole Palmer. Then there's the pressing. Delap doesn't switch off. He hunts defenders, closes passing lanes and sets the tone when Chelsea push high. For a manager like Enzo Maresca, who demands energy, Delap's work rate is gold. Still, he's not perfect. Pundits have flagged his aerial finishing. Despite his size, he's yet to become dominant in the air. And his hold-up play? ESPN analysts note it can falter against physically imposing centre-backs. But the foundation is there. The tools are rare, and the ceiling? Potentially sky-high. But how does he fit into Enzo Maresca's Chelsea? Let's find out. Delap's move to Chelsea isn't just a transfer, it's a reunion, a calculated relink with a manager who already knows his blueprint. Enzo Maresca coached Delap during his time with Manchester City's under-23s, where the striker exploded onto the scene with 24 goals in 20 games. The bond runs deep, and that's no small detail. This isn't a coach figuring out a new player, this is a manager unlocking a weapon he's built before. Tactically, Delap slides into Chelsea's system like he was made for it. Whether Maresca goes with a fluid front two or a lone striker, Delap gives him options. His mobility allows him to stretch back lines, and his physicality helps him pin defenders, something Chelsea have sorely lacked in recent seasons. And then there's Cole Palmer. These two tore it up together at youth level, and that synergy is still there. Delap's movement thrives off Palmer's creativity. One drifts, the other darts. One drops, the other drives. It's not just chemistry, it's instinct. Now he's also got competition. Nicholas Jackson is a known quantity, but Delap holds an early edge. Jackson was suspended for the Club World Cup opener. It was a chance Delap had already capitalised on. But behind them there's João Pedro, another arrival who offers better hold-up play and aggression. The competition is real and ruthless, but that's Chelsea in 2025. What makes Delap truly valuable, though, is his versatility. Whether Chelsea are pressing high in a direct setup or dominating the ball with slow build-ups, he fits. He's technical enough to combine and explosive enough to counter. At just 21, he might not start every match, but don't be surprised if Delap becomes Chelsea's ultimate impact weapon, the kind that wins games when systems fail. The whispers are already growing louder. Could Liam Delap be England's next number 9? He's got the physicality, the finishing, the attitude. TalkSport has already suggested he's one of the most realistic successors to Harry Kane, not just because of the goals, but because of the mindset. He doesn't coast, he grinds. He chases lost causes, he wants it. But hype is nothing without growth, and there are still pieces to sharpen. His aerial threat must improve. For a striker of his size, not scoring a single-headed goal in the Premier League last season is a glaring hole. And while his hold-up play is better than critics claim, it still falters against elite physical defenders, something ESPN has highlighted when comparing him to other top-tier strikers. Adjusting to Chelsea's slower, possession-heavy build-up could also take time. At Ipswich, he thrived in chaos and transition. At Chelsea, he'll need to read the game, not just react to it. But here's the upside. He's only 21 and he's got a 6-year contract, which tells you everything about Chelsea's long-term faith. He's raw, yes, but so was Diego Costa. Delap shares that same combative spirit, that edge that makes defenders nervous before kickoff. For him to truly explode, it'll come down to minutes, maturity and management. Staying disciplined is key, especially with Chelsea's recent frontline trio all having red card history in the Club World Cup. Delap's aggression is a weapon, but it can't become a liability. And with Chelsea's UEFA settlement restricting Champions League squad spots, Delap's registration could come down to who stays and who gets sold. His fate isn't just in his feet, it's in the boardroom too. But make no mistake, if he keeps rising, his realistic ceiling is a top-tier Premier League striker, a regular for England. If he stalls, just another name in Chelsea's striker carousel. Liam Delap has already shown flashes of something special, a striker with the firepower, physique and relentless energy to make a serious mark at Chelsea. He's clinical in front of goal, explosive in transition and hungry in the press. His early performances under Maresca are more than promising, they're a statement. But he's still in development. His aerial game needs sharpening, his hold-up play lacks consistency, and he's adjusting to a system that demands more than just instinct, it demands intelligence. Still, the ingredients are all there, and in a Chelsea side searching for identity, Delap might just become the piece that ties it all together. So, watch this space, because if Liam Delap continues on this trajectory, he won't just be Chelsea's future, he could define the club's next era. And maybe, just maybe, wear England's number 9 shirt for the next decade. Don't blink, this story's just beginning. So if you believe Liam Delap is the future, hit that like button. If you think he's all hype, drop a comment and tell us why. And if you're just here for the ride, subscribe because this striker story is far from over, and you won't want to miss a single chapter.